Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over at the 20. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. After 7-0 on EA Sports. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now it's Stafford. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Set, blue 60. 50's a month, 50's a month. Coming, baby, coming, baby. Look at him.
Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Looking long for Thomas. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Stafford now to throw. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Screen play, Johnson. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Check three.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Damon Harrison tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. On the return, here's Agnew. A great blocking nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. For Jones. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. But now it's 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. Now on 2nd and 13, Rodgers. And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Agnew now to return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford and a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up fourth down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. So they will go for it. Stafford. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 20. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Stafford. James has got it. Complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Got a man. It's Amendola. They convert on third with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. Another big hitter there, this one good for 18.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Stafford gives to Johnson on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a third down. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now Stafford, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Josh Jackson. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers going to throw. And that's complete to Lewis. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Rodgers. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. So very late in the game here, but with that score, some light at the end of the tunnel.
There's still hope. Now they look at the score and say, hold on a second. This thing's not over yet. Let's keep battling.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That sack came from the corner. On the corner blitz, it was Josh Jackson.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Stafford. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Adrian Amos, the safety, able to make the play. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The throw over the middle, taken in. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Stafford on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. On 2nd and 15 now. Stafford, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
And they, in fact, will throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll be 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford going up top. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Let's see what you got. Check 24. Check 24.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Melvin. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Stafford now to throw. Steps away to his left. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, this is caught. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal. Stafford, and this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Back to throw, Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. One final try now for Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Darius Slay with a pick. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no.